here now with Martin McCarthy, the owner of Insulex. Martin, hello, how are you?
Hey, how are you doing?
Good. Now tell me a little bit about your company and what it is that you do.
Well, basically what we are is we're a one-stop shop for heat retention and renovation. That really means what we can take anybody's property, being a brand new property or a 200-year-old property. We listen to what you want to say, and then we come up with ideas on how to keep heat in, keep it structurally safe, and make it nice and cozy and comfortable.
Perfect. Well, there are fabulous examples in here if the camera can pan and have a look.
Yeah, no
and you might
problem,
talk me through what you did and what your service.
Every one of these photographs on the stands are actually projects completed, and some of them are still not even completed in their full. Like this is a period house here. It's probably about 200 years old, and the specification from the client was she didn't want to change the character of the house. So we use modern products like external wall insulation, which you see on the stand there, to bring out a finish on these walls. We kept the old structure of the walls to bring a finish like this. So we maintained the exact same character. It's still an 18th century house. The walls are still 600 millimeters wide. We put a new roof on it, changed around the rooms inside, and now she's living in a very modern, comfortable house, very efficient, and it's still an old house.
It still has plenty of the character and the tradition and the features as well, as you can see.
Yeah, we didn't change any of the design of the windows, just tweaked a few things, but that house will run approximately under 500 euros a year on money terms. So it's really efficient and very simple cosmetic or heating products, you know. We're not going into fancy renewables. We listen to what people want, and if people are looking to stay efficient and green, we can give them that. You know, so that's really what we're about. And then you can take it to modern day houses, which are say 30-year-old houses, and we can just tweak them up with new windows, external wall insulation, bit of attic insulation, and then we'll help them how to change the way they heat the house. So when you get all that together, you can really turn anybody's house into without spending a fortune. That's the trick. It's about like putting the right thing in the right place.
It's about knowing what you need, exactly. Yeah. And how are you different then to other companies in the sense that you obviously go out to the homes and you do advice sessions for people like myself, perhaps, who are in the market for a renovation but don't really know what I need?
Well, I think the uniqueness of Insulex is that we're not selling one product. We can sell you 200 different products. We'll sell you what the house needs. And that's a big difference. It's not what you need, it's what the house needs. So we listen to you, how many people are living in the house, and exactly what you need. So that is the big thing with us. You know, so what we're looking at is say, okay, what do you actually want? I want to be warmer. I want to be more comfortable. So then we will turn around and we'll say, okay, you could need external wall insulation. You may not. You may need cavity wall insulation. You may need a new window. You may need to fix an attic. You may need a lot of different things. So that's where we come up. I don't know of any other company can actually give you the full one-stop package on heat retention the way we can. Because we're coming back from having a building construction trades with a lot of college experience of renewable energy, and we married the two. So that's the uniqueness of Insulex.
You're obviously doing a lot of talks throughout the weekend at the Out of Home Show.
I've been lucky enough that basically I've been asked to give seminars here on the RDS. So again, on the heat loss aspect, and it's about getting people to understand what they actually need. So for me, I will try and educate people. Look, this is what it's about. People think of insulation as a way of keeping heat in. Insulation is a product. It's about keeping air in. So I've been asked to come back. I'm actually giving 2 talks a day now for this weekend. So it's getting more popular. It's getting very popular because it's something that people need. And that's the difference.
What would be one of the most common problems that people come to you, like an exhibit, like in a show like this weekend?
2 main problems are they find the house cold, and they have a lot of mold and dampness building up in houses. So they can't understand, and actually the same problem is causing both, or the same situation is probably causing both problems. So once you identify the problems, and that can only be done on a house survey, once you identify the problems, it's easy enough to come up with solutions. You know?
And you have teams that obviously go out nationwide to homes to assess the damage, so to speak.
We're basically majority a Cork-based company, but we have an office here in Dublin, so we would actually work from Dundalk all the way down as far as West Cork. And we are doing that, and thankfully we're very successful in that.
How long has the company been in business, Martin?
We specified in insulation and air retention completely in about the last 10-15 years, but the company itself has been in operation for over 30 years now.
Fantastic. So it's obviously a successful operation.
Yeah, and I think the success of it is we stick to really quality, tried and tested products. And we always look for, say, relationships with our product providers. I won't actually supply a product if I think the company that's supplying the product to me is not going to be in existence next year. It's a little bit like ourselves. We believe we'll be here for the next 10, 15, 20, 30 years, and hopefully somebody will take it on and take it forward after that. The companies we're buying our products, we think that's the same with them. Because a lot of the problems people have is they buy products and then they look back at there's a problem with the product, and a year later the company provider is gone. So it's about family relationships. That's the big thing. Like, it's about relationships. The relationship between the customer to us and us to our providers.
A long-running connection between
Yeah,
the two.
and it seems to be working quite well because you don't have unhappy clients. You know, that's the difference. If you know what you're talking about and you can sell it properly and you make the people understand what they need, and sometimes less is more.
And for those who cannot make it to the Ideal Home Show this weekend, how can they get in touch with you guys?
Basically, we're on a website, www.insulex.ie. Talk to basically any service providers like in the Grafton Group, Kingspan Insulation, all them. Everybody will know Insulex and they can contact us through that.
Fantastic. Martin McCarthy, thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Arnold.